Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the month of March in my A5 Archer and Olive notebook, and I'm using this gorgeous journaling kit from Plannerface that's called Farmer's Market. It's just full of these bright springy colours and I'm really excited to get into it. I've also got my month scripts from Plannerface. I've got a little bit of craft paper that I'm thinking of using for my cover page, and then I also have some washi tapes. I can't remember where all of these are from, so this one I have no idea. This one is from Plannerface, this one's from Papershire, and I think this one is from Once More With Love. And I'm going to do the same washi waterfall that I did in January and February, and pretty much the same monthly setup. I think it's been really working for me, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and also mention me for a seasonal freebie. But without further ado, let's get cracking. I'm going to start with the washi waterfall. So as you can see, just like last month, I've already sketched out a few bits in pencil, and I'm just going to start off by adding my washi tape to the edge of the first page. Okay, it's slightly overhanging, great. Getting it lined up with the page is, I swear, the most difficult bit. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to leave it a little bit overhanging so that I know how to line up my second tape. And my second tape. There. And then for my third tape, I'm going to start with this orange one, and then I'm going to overlay it with this kind of St. Patrick's Day themed one. I am a bit nervous about using this old, I might have said Papershire, I meant Paper Chase, this old Paper Chase tape, because these notoriously, for me, have never been that good at sticking down. So hopefully it won't peel up and annoy me. And then I was thinking for this one, if I can find the end, I picked up so many tapes at Southwest Planner Club, and I'm like finally using them with all of these setups. Oh no, I haven't pulled out a long enough bit. So I'm like finally using them with all of these setups, and it means that I'm actually opening quite a lot of them for the first time. Okay, that's long enough. And then I'm thinking if I off center this so it looks like it's supposed to be, the pattern on this tape. It's not pulled, it's not stayed as blue as I'd hoped, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, and now I'm gonna trim off all of the edges and we will be right back. Okay, so I've got all of my washi tapes down, I've trimmed them, I've rounded off the corners. I feel like I've rounded them and sized them a little bit better than last time. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Next, we're going to move over to my highlights page. So this is where I get to start using pieces of this adorable kit. So as I said in February, my highlights page is where I'm like putting in my highlights for the month rather than putting in pictures every single week like I've done it in previous planners, or yeah, planners. I keep referring to this as a planner because I'm so used to calling it a planner, but it's definitely more of a journal. I'm going to use this girl, and then I'm going to trim some of these florals in half again. So pop a floral in there. And one over the top here. And then I I think this sign would be best, and this sidebar-y type bit. And then I'll fill it in with some leaves. And probably some little vegetables as well. And the seed packet. Maybe not that bit. Okay, also on this page I usually have a little bit of deco over here. I think because we've got the strawberries there, I'll use the little punnet of strawberries. And then I'll write my highlights title in a moment, but first I'll do my cover page. So I've got this bit of craft paper that I was going to stick in, and I'm just sticking this in with a regular Pritt stick. So I'll try and get this centered. And then I'm going to use this like vegetable basket down here, and then maybe put like a little collection of some of the flowers. And purple. And we'll maybe have these leaves sticking up like that. And then add in my March monthly script. I think I'm going to go slightly off center. I feel like it needs to be either more or less off center. It just looks like I put it down in the wrong place. Yeah, we'll have it like that. So then I'm going to use my Tombow Fibonacci to write in highlights down here. And that will be it for my cover page and highlights page. So next we can move over to my one line a day and my trackers. For this month I am using this vintage moss passion highlighter as my like theme colour for this setup. So I'm just going to colour in the edge of this page. There we go. And I feel like that'll be light enough for my like second line highlight as well. I did grab a grey mild liner, but I feel like that might just kind of make the whole spread look a bit dark. So I'm going to basically use the same sort of bits I did last month for decorating this page. I don't have quite as much space as I had last month because there's 31 days in the month again. So I'll just try not to take up too much space. I'm trying to get a little bit of all the colours on each page though. Okay, that should be okay. And then to write in my days of the month, I'm using a Zebra Sarasa clip. And then my one line a day title, which I'm gonna try and overlap a little bit with the sticker. Okay, I'm gonna come back and do my every other highlight in a second because I am a little bit nervy that it's gonna be too much green, but it's spring. Oh, okay. I'm then gonna, as you can see, I've penciled in all of my trackers, so I'm just going to draw them in. This is that Uniball Eye fine liner that I've been using a lot. As I've said before, I'm not a huge fan of this, but it's like the best one that I have for these sorts of lines at the moment. I kind of want to get some Pigma Microns, but I'm also trying not to spend loads on stationery when I already have stuff that will work. I was hoping that this month I would be able to like take physio out of my tracker, but then my back went in February, so physio is staying firmly in my tracker to remind me to do it at least every other day. So my trackers really aren't changing at all from what they've been in the last 2 months. So while that is just drying a little bit, I'm going to add in some deco. So again, I've got a little bit less space than I had in February, just because there's more days in the month. That's a little bit not in the right place. And then trackers. Then we'll go back to that Sarasa clip. I drew these out a couple days ago, like before I had this kit. I'm actually recording this on the 1st of March, which is quite late for me to be setting up a monthly, but February just absolutely zoomed past. And I haven't double checked that these are actually the right length. So I really hope they are, because I've just realised that and they're already drawn in pen. But I'm sure past me would have checked that they were the right number of days in the month. Yes, she did. Well done me. Okay, we'll let that dry for a second. I'm just trying to think, because all of this will be in green, do I want grey over here so it's a bit less? No, I'm going super colourful in this spread. I think I'm just going to go for it. So the habits that I'm tracking are drinking enough water, do my physio, do my eczema care, do my regular skincare, no spend. This month is going to be horrendous for no spend, and taking my vitamins in the morning. And then I have my steps tracker. I'm getting around 5,000 steps a day. We've moved offices in my work, so I have less of a walk from the car to the office, and it is noticeable in my steps for the day. And then I just have a mood tracker, so I've got a happy face, a meh face, and a sad face. So let's try doing my highlight. So I'm just highlighting every other day. I think I mentioned this in my last, am I going right to the edge? Well, apparently I'm not going right to the edge this time, because I've already done half of them. In my one line a day, I write on the highlighted weeks with the Sarasa clip, highlighted days with the Sarasa clip, and on the non-highlighted days with my TWSBI, because my fountain pen will feather on other ink, but not on the regular paper. So I have considered waiting until it's all done and then doing this highlight, but then I've also had it where it's feathered when I just highlighted over it when it was completely dry. So I'm just avoiding highlighting over my fountain pen at all. Okay, so that is my trackers and my one line a day. Next we can move on to the monthly calendar and then my goals and reflection. So for my monthly calendar, I'm gonna start off with, oh actually I'll start off with highlighting that line. So it goes a little bit darker when you double it up, but I think once everything else is down it won't be as noticeable. And then we can start putting some stickers down. I'm kind of at that awkward point in this journal where it doesn't quite lay flat yet. It wants to stick up all the time. These are normally not both yellow or both the same colour, so I'm actually going to use this piece as my goals header and I'll trim it. And then this piece for my reflection. Down there. Yeah, so that makes my gold's header a little bit smaller, but I just didn't want the two yellows to be next to each other. We put this washi strip down here, and then I was using the little door shape deco just in the corner down here. We'll then go with the other fashion girl. In the corner here. Oh, I did not stick her foot down correctly. I normally have this bit a little bit wider, so I'm just going to put some florals. And then some deco. Okay, so then we can fill in the bits that I have drawn in already, now that I've got these stickers over the lines where I don't want to actually draw anything. Calendar all drawn in. I still need to do the days of the week and that, but I'm going to wait for it to dry a little bit. I've just remembered that now I've got that in, I can put in my important dates header. It's going to be a little bit more squished up than it has been in the previous weeks because it's now like a six week calendar. And we can do headers and what's the word I'm thinking of? Headers and highlights. So this is March. And I'm going to thicken up all my downstrokes of that one because I'm still not great at using this pen for actual calligraphy, so I have to fake it. Fake it till you make it. Cool, and then I'll just pop in my days of the week. I don't really use this calendar a lot. Like, I do a lot of digital planning at the moment. I feel like this year just has too many things that are happening too far in the future. I've messed up my dates somewhere. 20, 21, 20. Oh, I went to 23 there. Okay, 28, 29, 30, 31. Okay, they look a little bit blobby, but like, I'm not really going to pay attention to the dates anyway. I was saying I don't really use this calendar a lot for like actual planning. It's more so I can see what the month looks like. And at the beginning of the month, it gives me like a nice overview. So my important dates will go down there. We'll come back to setting that up in a minute. Goals. Reflection. And then we have challenges. So that I don't have to look back at my previous setups. I've actually got a picture of them on my computer in front of me, so that I can see what all of these should be. Lessons and to try. And because of the whole not being able to highlight over my fountain pen, I'm also going to put in my goals categories, which is home, personal, lifting, and finances. If we highlight over every other day, every other line even. So I've done my February reflection. I haven't done my February highlights. I've got all the pictures chosen, and then last night when I went to do my setup, or like do my reflection page, my printer decided I don't have any ink anymore, and I'm not even going to try and print your pictures. And it's been like fussy about ink for a while, but I figured it could do one more thing, but apparently not. So keep an eye out on my Instagram for that. It won't be included in the end of this video, but it will look something similar to the one that I did in January. Okay, so that's the setup for these pages. Now we can actually look at what's happening in March. So I've got all of my transparent icons from Plannerface pulled out, and I'm going to start by just highlighting the bottom of the page, the days where I'm not going to be working in March. I'm really sorry about my squeaky chair. I move around a lot more than my regular videos when I'm setting up my journal for like the month, and it's really wanting to sing you the song of its people. So I've got a nice week off in the middle of March because me and my mum are going to Berlin, and then we can look at what's actually happening. So on the 4th, I'm getting my car serviced. So I need to put that in, and then, well, there's no plane. Oh well. I'll pop in a star for the day that we're going to Berlin. And then just got one birthday this month, which is my friend Becca, who I play Baldur's Gate with. And then we have payday on the 21st. Oh, I also forgot International Women's Day. How could I forget that? Let's use a heart for that one. International Women's Day is the 8th. I feel like Pancake Day is at some point this month. It is. Okay, Pancake Day is the 4th. So I'm going to use the little fork and knife. I'll wedge that in there as well. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's too busy of a month. Yeah, that's all the transparent icons I need for this month. It doesn't look like it's going to be too busy, but work is actually going to be really busy for the last half of this month, which I'm really, really not looking forward to. So that is it. So let's go back and do a quick flip through. So we have my cover page and monthly highlights, my one line a day and my trackers, and my March monthly and my goals and reflection page. As I already mentioned, I don't have my February reflection page to show you yet because my printer has decided that it's not my friend anymore, but make sure you're following me over on Instagram and I will post it there as soon as I've managed to stop fighting with the printer. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!